You too, you too. What's going on with y'all, man? Appreciate y'all for tuning in again. I'm Ru from Lead Sports. I got something special for y'all. Doing two videos today. First video is gonna be this. It's gonna be one lock per game for our NBA slate. Not too many games here. I do have one lock per game. So listen, no premiums. I'm gonna start putting on premiums maybe starting tomorrow or maybe the next following day. I'm not too sure, but having to research both of these MLB and NBA is taking up a lot of time, so it's hard to like really make sure I find like a leg that I like. But listen, if y'all haven't already, make sure y'all hit the subscribe button, the like button, man. It does help with the algorithm. I appreciate y'all for tuning in again to know the games. And listen, let's just get into today's slate. Also, I mean, this is kind of like a premium. This is a same game parlay I'm giving y'all for today's slate for the NBA. But yeah, stay tuned for the MLB because I did do my research, so I do got y'all. So let's start off with it's the Suns versus the Magic. I got Devin Booker here. They got their full roster, all for the exception of Mark Williams. He is out still, and Hayward Highsmith, like that even matters. Dylan Brooks is back, however, so that's a lot of shots taken. This is the first game back with his hand injury. So, but I do like Devin Booker's points and assists. Points and assists here looks very good over 32.5. Oh, it's at 31.5 now. It's dropping. I like it even more. I mean, might as well be the premium. I mean, bro, just kind of look at this. Like, I saw this. I'm staying away from the Magic side, but this looks phenomenal. Literally 55% of Devin Booker's shots come from pull-ups, and literally the 29 and 30 having to guard that. Average difference is literally they get 5 over the line. This is very good. This green average 5. That means players that play similar like him get 5 over the line at 4 points and assists. Hit rate is 87%, 13 out of 15 times. Let's just run the numbers. Hey, so they're on the road. He does it significantly better. The pace is at 18, but let's just say when they defend that pace, literally 3 for 6. I still like Devin Booker. Let me see if I could do the numbers here. But I forget something that I did. But yeah, I think it's more so on the tail end of back-to-back. See, with back-to-backs, literally he does very good. Now, if you're playing with Dylan Brooks and Jalen Green, 1 for 1 on tail end of back-to-backs, haven't hit over his line. Okay, closing line. Line was 31 for points and assists. This line now is at 31.5. I like Devin Booker. Let's lock him in. Next up, we got LaMelo Ball. Didn't want to touch this game, but you kind of have to touch it anyway because we're doing one lock per game. LaMelo Ball over 19.5, and I'm gonna keep it strictly this. I mean, if we're looking at just the total in general over 19.5, literally he's been scoring 20 for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games, with the exception of scoring 19 against the Celtics. So I do like it regardless. Over 19.5 seems very good. If you could drop it to 18, that'd be even better. But some of the players looks very good. 2 to 3 over the line, 64%, 7 over 11. Looks very, very good. Let's just say if they're on the road. He has played against them before. 20 and 12 is what he has scored. But let's just run the numbers real quick. Is he home or okay? Road, sorry. Road, slow-paced game. 7 for 11 already as it is. 7 for 12. Defensive rating is bad. Okay, 1 out of 5 for the defensive rating, but the pace just looks very good. If this is on the road, but yeah, home he does very bad. 2 out of 9, especially with a slow paced game. But if he's on the road, slow paced game, 7 out of 12% chance of having to hit it. LaMelo Ball, again. I would probably fade this because, again, they are favorited by 17 points. And this could be a runaway game, and I just don't like it. If you do want to pivot, I do have a pivot for you guys, is the assist. His assist is over 6.5. Similar places is a little bit under 50, but he has played them twice, and he had 8 and 14 assists. So if you guys like a pivot and you guys don't want to touch the points, you guys can go for the assist. All right, next up we got Mavs and Bucks. I got Ryan Rollins, PRA, 32.5. No Giannis, literally no Kevin Porter Jr., so no ball handlers, and Bobby Portis is out too. So literally average difference is 2 to 3 over the line, 47% tapping under 50. They're home, 13 out of 21. We're having to complete his lines now when he plays a fast-paced game. 7 out of 11. And when he plays against a team that's bad at having to guard his position, he is 83% basically for PRA. They're 29 out of 30. That's what the Mavs are. So 83% chance for him having to hit this. I do like Ryan Rollins over 32.5. If you guys can drop it down to maybe 29.5, because some books have it like FanDuel or DraftKings, they can make you do that. I would most certainly do that because that hook really might fuck with y'all. He might even end the game with 32. So drop it down to 30 or 31, and I'm very comfortable with that. Either way, 32.5 is cool too, but listen, sometimes we gotta make some money, bro, and the books be trying to take money from y'all. Next up, we got Mr. Jalen Duren. Has played the Raptors before. He scored 20 points exactly. That's his closing line. But in the past 21 games, he's 13 for 21 for having to close his line. Similar plays looks very good. 1 to 2 over the line. 56%, 5 out of 9 hit rate. Let's just look at the pace here. When he plays slow pace teams, he's 12 for 21. When he is home, 6 for 9. When he's on the road, 6 for 12. So he's way better at home for having to complete his lines against a slow pace team. Now let's look at the defensive rating. If he's playing against a top 10 team that's having a guard position in a slow-paced game at home, he is 100% 4 for 4 for having to hit his closing line. Now, the line is at 21.5. I do expect it to change. It might be 20.5, not 21.5. So I personally like 19.5, so drop this down to 19.5. And he literally scored 20 against them before, so he's going to score 20 again. Yeah, I like Jalen Duren. 21.5 is just... This is how the books be trying to take money from y'all, bro. Yeah, 20.5, I like it. Josh Hart, we're going next with the Knicks and the Rockets. He seemed like the best one to touch. Literally, his PRA looks very good. 1 to almost 2 over the line. 53%, 8 out of 15 hit rate. Pretty solid when he is on the road, which is what they are. He is pretty average, the same. When he plays against a slow-paced team, he's 8 for 12 on the road. 9 for 13, actually, for the bottom three. 20 out of 13, 20 out of 30. When he's fast-paced games, 5 out of 8, 62%, 66. Actually, no, it's not. 69. Then when he plays against a top 10 defense, having to guard his position, right? In a slow-paced game on the road, he is 100%, 5 out of 5 to hit over his line. Okay, 25 is the line, so I like it. He's hit over 25 about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. That's the line, okay? So Josh Hart over 24.5 is what I like. Now, next up, gonna skip over the Cavs and the Lakers because that's the same game parlay that we got here, but I'll give it to you guys towards the end of the video. What I do like from this game is Mr. Denny Avdia. I forgot who I kind of took there for a little bit. PRA is what I'm going with, over 38.5. Similar players looks very good. 1 to almost 2 over the line, 60%, 9 out of 15. If we're talking about road, which is what they are, he is significant. Well, not significantly better, but he's better on the road. Let's just play the pace here. In a slow-paced game, he is literally 5 for 9 for having to close his lines. In the fast-paced game, he's 4 for 8. So he's better, tad bit better on the road, playing bottom, basically slow-paced games. Let's say if he plays against a position, basically having to guard his position, he's 75%, 3 out of 4. For having to play against teams that's very good at having to guard his position, slow-paced game, and on the road, literally 75% chance to hit over 38.5. Well, his line in general, actually, let's just say that, okay? His line jumped up to 38.5. His line here before, and this is in October, November, and then February, he got injured and he played for 1 minute. So that is the 1 lock per game. I'm going to go over here to the same game parlay if you guys are still with us. First leg we do like is Mr. Donovan Mitchell, PA. I like 30.5. I know it's a tad bit under 50. Well, a bit number under 50, okay? But he's played them against before 30. They kind of blew them out by 30. But now they're on the tail end of a back-to-back. This is what changes, okay? They're 5 out of 10. Well, he's 5 out of 10 having to hit his closing line, especially on the tail end of a back-to-back. Let's say they are on the road, making sure. 80%, 4 out of 5. Home, back-to-backs, 1 for 5 for closing lines. Away, 80%. That tells you that he's most likely going to be a focal point, especially having to score and pass. He's gotten 32 points, 36, 43. So he may as well cover the 30 points himself with the points. Okay, like the assist is just to kind of get him there. Like the assist, he got 4 assists, 9 assists, 6 assists, 2 assists, and 8 assists. So he gets assists. So literally 30.5 is a lock, is what I like. Next up, we got Mr. LeBron Motherfucking James. I'm gonna go with him because he's playing against his, you know what I mean, childhood team. He's from Akron, Ohio. Average difference is literally 3 over the line, 53% hit rate, which is very good. He didn't do so hot. Literally lost about 30. He only scored 19. But he's been on the tear lately, man. 31, 41, 28, 43. He's been pretty good. Now, Luka is back because he was suspended. But now let's just say he's home. He does significantly better at home. He's 11 for 21, having his closer lines. Away, he is 8 for 21. So home, he does better. Let's just run that. Let's just do slow pace. Where's the pace at? Their pace is pretty fast, actually. So let's run that. So 15, 75%. Having a guard's position, 87 for just his closing line. So I'm gonna go LeBron James here. If you guys don't like 31.5, you guys can drop that down to at least 29.5 to make it 30, because I do think LeBron gets at least 30 PRA. I think LeBron's gonna be a big focal point here, and that's what I like. Next up, we got James Harden assists. Didn't really play them with the Cavs, but however, he did play against them on the Clippers, and this is what I like, his assists. He's got 9, 10, 10. Now, because this is a tail end of a back-to-back and the hit rate looks very good for Cade Cunningham, I'm going to go with the assists over 6.5 or over 7.5. 8.5 seems more of a stretch to me. I get it. He has 9 before, 10, 10. But with back-to-backs, you know what I mean? You just never really know how his assist numbers might drop. So I'm going to go with, just look at the assist numbers on tail ends of back-to-backs. So with Cleveland, he's 7, 8, 5. He has yet to get 9. Clippers 6, 5, 6, 11, 6, 7, 6. So I like over 7.5 as the average. You know what I mean? I think that'll bode well for us. So I like the assist numbers for over 6.5. And since it's a same game parlay, you got multiple legs to like boost up your odds number anyway. The next I got Evan Mobley. Gonna do the same thing here. Not gonna do over 17.5. Gonna do over 14.5. Tail of a back to back. The reason why I'm going Evan Mobley is the numbers don't really jump at you too much, but one thing is the narrative does. He went to the University of USC of Southern Cal. You know what I mean? He's an alumni from there. So I like him to like ball out, especially with him going back to California. So kind of look for him to kind of get going. But the similar, listen, y'all don't have to add this, but I'm doing over 14.5, not 17.5. Okay. The numbers don't really jump at you. If he plays against challenging teams with a challenge in literally 1 out of 6, this is for closing lines. If we're touching line, he's 3 for 6, and on the road 0 for 2, home 3 for 4. This is technically a home game if you want to be real. He's really from Southern Cal, so him having to get this, I like it. So I like Evan Mobley, and I like, last but not least, Mr. DeAndre Ayton, because the Cavs here are, just look at this number, it's 6.28, looks very good, 89%, 8 for 9 hit rate, which is very incredible. I'm going to go over 9.5, aka 10 points. He has done it before. He scored 10 points, even when they lost by 30. So on tail end of the back-to-backs, he's very good too. He's very needed, very used, okay, 5 out of 8. So that's what we're going to go here, over 9.5. Let's just kind of run the numbers anyway, you know what I mean? Why not? Fast-paced games, he is literally 12 for 21 at home, 13 for 16. Let's just drop this down to over 9.5. It's just, listen, this is what I like. Y'all don't have to take it, but anyway, that's the 5 legs that I have for y'all. And listen, appreciate y'all for tuning in again. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop that MLB video, so make sure y'all stay tuned. And hey, listen, appreciate y'all for showing y'all support, man. And then I'll catch y'all in the next one.